Fellas, my name is James, and today I'm going to be giving you my best bets for UFC Vegas 99. Michel Pereira taking on Anthony Hernandez. How did we do last weekend? Absolutely smashed it. 10 out of 12 for the picks. We made around $1,100, so rent is paid. Obviously, love to see that. On screen, obviously, the money line bets that we hit, the underdogs, unlucky. Prop bets, we did pretty well on, and then the parlays. Honestly, the Dawson not going to the decision there, that one kind of shocked me, but you know, angry Grant Dawson, we love to see that. Obviously, like and subscribe, you know the business, socials in the description. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Let's make that happen. Let's not waste any time and let's get into the best bets. So we have the money line bets. Gene Matsumoto is probably one of my most confident favorites on this card. He's sitting around a negative 200, so like a 2-1 favorite. He's taking on somebody like Brad Katona. I'm a Canadian, and I just don't think Brad Katona and any Canadian can fight. So for that reason, I have to go with Gene. He looks like pure talent in his last fight. Brad Katona, he's just never been able to put it together in the UFC, and although he is good, and yes, he has the wrestling, I think Gene is going to be able to stop the takedowns, and on the feet, I think it's going to be a huge skill gap. Next, we have Kyler Phillips sitting around a 4-1 favorite. Same thing, super confident favorite. He's taking on somebody like Rob Font. If this was 3 years ago, I think it'd be a very close matchup. Kyler Phillips right now is just, you know, he's looking good. And Rob Font, unfortunately, is at the kind of end of his career. So I think it's just a 1 + 1 = 2. Kyler Phillips is going to be the first one to the punch, and it's kind of as simple as that. And then next, Charles Johnson. In this matchup, I just think he's going to be the better fighter in this. The Samuda guy that he's fighting, you know, he's just okay in my opinion, but I think Charles Johnson, he's been able to put it together. It's hard to root for Charles Johnson because the guys that he's fighting, I'm always rooting for the other guy, but he honestly is good. So that's the money line bets. Let's get into the underdog bets. Obviously, everybody has Michel Pereira, and it's for good reason. He has a chance to win, which is why it's pretty much even money, if not slight underdog value on him. He's going to have the advantage on the feet. Obviously, if he goes to the ground, game over in my opinion, but he obviously does have a good ground game, but I think he's going to be able to find the big, one-hit KO on Anthony Hernandez. The next one, it was supposed to be, who the fuck was it supposed to be? It was supposed to be Jake Hadley, because I thought he actually had a chance against Heinstein, but Heinstein actually withdrew, so I didn't really know who else to pick. So Darren Elkins, this fight, don't bet on it, honestly, but it's a 50-50 fight, so kind of pick your side. I'm on the Elkins side. I just think he's a slightly better fighter, but both guys are 40 years old. Both guys are washed. Don't do it. But I'm just putting it there as, you know, there is value. And then next, Austin Lane. This one might shock a few people. The reason why he's here is because Rebellis to Spain, although he has great big power, you know, 3 fights within 40 seconds, I get that. In his last fight, there was a huge hole in his ground game. You take him down, he's not getting back up. He's clueless. And Austin Lane, being the ex-football player that he is, he could just come in here and fucking shoot for the takedown and hold him down there for 3 rounds. Highly possible, and obviously at his odds, good value. The reason why I'm personally on the Rebellis de Spain side is because, A, I would assume he would be like, or after his loss there, notice that he has a huge hole and get in the gym, fix the problem. So I hope that he's improved that. And 2, Austin Lane has a chin problem. Okay, so in my eyes, I just have to believe that Rebellis Spain's put in the work to fix the takedown and obviously fix the ground game, and he could knock out Austin Lane, honestly. But I'm not super confident in Rebellis, but I think he should get it done. But there is a chance Austin Lane can win here, so don't be surprised. Next, prop bets. Let's get a little bit degenerate, even though these ones aren't anything crazy. Obviously, over 2.5 for the Answers fight. You could probably do over 2.5 for the women's fight, and you'll be fine. Like I mentioned, Rebellis by KO, highly possible there. Same thing for Pereira for the main event. Hernandez, if he gets hit by the right shot, and, you know, Pereira does have the power, I can see it happening because I don't see him submitting Hernandez. I don't see it going to decision, so this is kind of the only way. It's either he loses or he knocks out Hernandez. Next, decision by Phillips. Although Rob Font is, you know, coming to the end, he's still tough. I think he can still hang in there. Obviously, he takes a lot of damage, but I don't think he's going to give up. So, for that reason, I don't see Phillips being able to finish Rob Font. But so I like the decision side of it. You could obviously play the KO because it is obviously possible, but I'm playing the decision side. Next, same thing. It's a women's fight. It's going to decision, and I'm on the side of Reed. I think that's a pretty confident bet there. And plus 100, good value. And then we have Edwards by decision. Of course, all the ladies' fights are going over 2.5, so that should hit as well. Parlay time. Favorite part. Obviously, we have Jean and Phillips, two confident favorites. Slap them together, negative 125. What more could you ask for? Same thing, Phillips and Johnson. You'd love to see it. Johnson's super confident favorite, and same thing with Phillips. 125 as well. You'd like to see that. Asu, I'm honestly confident in Asu to get it done, but he's going to be the smaller guy. Nicolau has great BJJ on the floor. Obviously, he just has a chin issue, but do I see Asu chinning Nicolau? Honestly, I don't know. So for that reason, I'm not like over the moon confident with this Asu Almabayev, but he should be able to pull it off. Okay, there's obviously a weakness in Nicolau's ground game, but don't overlook him. Don't overlook him. So I like the parlay, I like the odds, but just be careful with this one. This next parlay is kind of like a should-win parlay. Both these fighters should win, and if they don't, I will be shocked. So it's obviously Edwards and Rebellis. Same thing, should win. The next parlay here is I have a knack to pick the first two fights right. I did it last weekend, did it not the weekend before, but every other weekend before that, basically. Did that for the first two fights that I've got it right. So Martinez is my pick, and then Rebellis is my pick. I think both of them should win. So throw them together, plus 131, some good money on there. We like that. And then I do this like little like special parlay for the whole fight where it's like a theme or something. There's 3 lady fights back to back to back to back, and I think they're all going to decision. So throw them all together, and the fact that I offer over 2.5, I get plus 115 odds. That is outrageous. But will it hit? Yes. So bet the house. And yeah, that's my best bets. There's obviously only 11 fights on this, so it's not a crazy long video. Obviously, if you liked what you saw, give it a like, give it a subscribe. You know the rules. Big up the bevo there. Come on. And then, yeah, that's everything. Until next time.